I arrived home after finishing up what I was doing all afternoon. It was a long night, but an eventful one. Sayori texted me for a while up until an hour ago. I assume she got busy with Monica, so I dismiss it. I take a seat on the steps outside of my front door and lean my head against my door. I raise my head and look into the stars and relax. Everything seems to be going well for once. I pop a little smirk and allow myself to lower my guard for a few moments. Oh. That is until my phone alerts me to something. It's from Monica? A wave of concern washing over me, I answer it. Yo, Monica. Mikey? Oh, that was my Sayori voice. Yeah. Botch. I can hear her breathing heavily. Excuse me a minute, but I'm going to need to take a sip of water first. I feel like something bad happened. Fucking Kagan, probably. I can hear her breathing oh, wait, I read that already. What's wrong? It's Sayori. Ah, fuck. What do you mean? They took her. What? She's gone. What do you mean she's gone? Monica cries over the phone, barely able to keep her breath. Monica, are you okay? Where are you? There's no response. Monica? I stand up and yell into the phone. No response. What the hell is this song? Sounds like something that would be in a Sonic game. I tried to dial Monica's number several times. No answer. God damn it, pick up for God's sake, Monica. The overwhelming fear that remains in the pit of my stomach begins to regurgitate, oh god, itself into my esophagus. I need to find Monica. I need to find her now. Sayori said that she was going downtown with Monica to get a new bow. With that in my mind, I pull out my commissioned phone and dial Julia's number. Oh. What was my Julia voice again? I think it was just some regular girl. Hello? Julia. Mikey, what's wrong? I need your help. Sensing the concern in my voice, Julia's sour tone softens considerably. Trace the phone number in my GP phone listed as Monica. What? Why? Just do it. I sense that something bad has happened. Just tell me the geolocation of where her phone was last used. Okay. I hear Julia typing on her end, no doubt tracing the location I requested. Monica's call with me was just short over 30 seconds, which means it is possible to trace the location. Please, Julia, I need you to hurry. I am. What even happened? Monica called me. She said that they got Sayori, and that she was gone. That girl you have been seen around with? Yes. Literally today she became my... I hesitated at finishing the sentence. I understand. Listen, I have a geolocation on where her phone was last used. Where? Julia provides me a latitude and longitude code that I map on my commissioned phone. Thank you, Julia. Listen, Mikey, don't do anything stupid. I'm leaving the office right now, and I will be heading there too. I understand. I end the call and immediately head for the location Julia sent to me. Shit's actually getting intense now. It's not even the music, but someone just fucking kidnapped Sayori, which I'm assuming is probably Kagan or some shit. Probably. Sprinting as fast as I can, I approach the location of Monica's phone. Eventually, I come across a single-back, expensive-looking cell phone in the middle of the street. I kneel down and inspect it. It's Monica's. She must be around here somewhere. Sayori, too. I frantically look around the street until I see a lump in some bushes near the side of the road. I walk over to it and... it's Monica. Fuck, shit. What happened? I kneel down and help Monica up. Oh god, what happened? Monica, I need you to answer me. Oh god. She releases a weak gasp. Did someone, like, jump her? Damn it. I lie Monica down onto the ground in the light so I can inspect her wounds. Yeah, she got jumped or something. No visible blood or tears in her clothing. I inspect her head and feel a large lump. She was struck with a blunt object. Oh god, that's even worse. Fuck. I look around for Sayori. Any sign of Sayori? Nothing. No. This can't be happening. Please, God, no. I drop to my knees and try to calm myself. Monica grunts and tries to lift her head. As she does, a car's headlights flash into my face. It's an orange-colored sports car. A brunette woman in formal clothing steps out of it and approaches me. Yeah. Mikey, step back. I scoot away from Monica. She kneels down next to her and inspects her wounds as well. Sayori. Listen, Monica, it will be okay. Right now, both Mikey and I need you to rest. Mikey is here? Yes, sweetheart. Can you see me? A little. Okay, listen, Mikey is here with us. He is going to help you into my car, okay? I sit back in silence, almost ignoring the situation going on in front of me. Where is Sayori? I need to know where she is. Julia looks over to me and signals me over. Reluctantly, I get up and go to Monica Julia. Julia helps Monica up into my arms. Mikey, get her into my car. Right. I carry Monica to the passenger side of Julia's pristine sports car and help her into it. Julia walks over to me and lowers her voice and whispers into my ear. There is something I need to tell you. She pulls away from the car to a dark part of the street and looks into my eyes. She hesitates at first, realizing that the look on my face is of pure concern. Listen, I really need you to stick with me on this. Julia, I promise you I will listen. You can't... Wait, what? I said I would promise you I will listen. She swallows her own saliva, understanding the seriousness in my voice. It's been forever since I have seen you this serious. Thank you for accepting me for leadership. I'm going to take Monica to the hospital personally. With my credentials? Oh my god, fuck, dude. God. We can get her in with no questions asked. Understood. She sweats slightly and looks off to the side. As for your Sayori, I think I may have some information that will help. Anything will help me. Just, I am hesitant to tell you. I know how you are, Mikey. I understand. I allow myself to be completely submissive to Julia. Something that has never happened before. Sayori is my concern. If I have to listen to my boss for once in my life to help find her, I will. Julia gulps visibly again and meets my gaze. There has been word from the local law enforcement that a group has been abducting young girls off the street. What the? What happens to the girls? Oh no. A number of things. Sold into sex trafficking or used as slaves. Jeez. Or if their status is prosperous enough for ransom. I remain silent, taking in the information Julia has provided me. Normally I would be livid that she kept this from me, but it's not like anyone would have been able to predict this anyway. So I give Julia some space instead of my normal prods at her intelligence. Can you send me everything you have about this group? Yes, absolutely. But for now, I need to get your friend Monica to the hospital. Please do. Do you want to come along? No, I'm going to walk home. Alright. Goodbye, Julia. Without a secondary glance back, I start to walk away from both Julia and her car. Feeling a new emptiness cover me, I try to refrain from all thought while walking home. Sayori, I'm so sorry. I should have blown off what I was doing earlier to come with you. You even said you wanted me to come with you to get a new bow. You probably would have looked cute in it. Aw. I regret not going with you, Sayori. I stop in front of my house and look at Sayori's. The sight gives me a sickening feeling in my stomach. I haven't felt like this since... I'm so sorry, Ashley. What happened to her, though? We still don't know about that. I hesitantly open my door and go directly to my bedroom. I don't even bother lying down in my bed. Once I reach my bedroom, I stop in the middle of it. I drop to my knees and look at the carpet. Feeling all my energy dissipate into thin air, I slump over onto the carpet and close my eyes. And I nap. My body telling me to wake up, I roll over onto my side and open my eyes. Man. That's right. I didn't set my alarm. There were a few times before that I forgot to set my alarm. Sayori would call me and knock on my door to ensure I woke up. But of course that didn't happen today. I picked myself up off the floor and checked my phone. The battery's almost dead. No new messages, no new calls, no nothing. I grab my school uniform and get dressed. It's time to go to school. Before I step out of my room, I realize something that sends a cold shiver down my back. Yuri and Natsuki. I'm gonna have to tell them what happened. It's not going to be fun at all, but it's probably best they hear it from me than anyone else. I lift and sling my backpack over my shoulder and head downstairs. When I step out onto the sidewalk, it doesn't convey the normal day's tone. It's just silent. I turn away from my neighborhood and begin my walk to the school. Walking down the street, something cracks with the snap of a whip inside of my mind. The car. I've seen that suspicious car around Sayori's house lately. I remember the make and model of it. I'm going to keep an eye out to see if I can find any cars that are similar nearby. Mentally docketing that piece of information, I speed up my pace. Reaching the school's front gate and courtyard, I immediately duck to the left and stay out of everyone's way. Now is not the time for me to be social. Carefully evading people who glance at me, I get to the back of the school and enter through the gym entrance. It's way too silent. With last period finally over, I make my way to the club room. Just in time to see Natsuki peeking out and scurrying back inside. I stop short before the door and take a deep breath. Please, God, let this be over with quickly. I walk into the room, remaining completely silent. The silence, however, doesn't last long before Natsuki walks up to me. Hey, Mikey, do you know where Monica and Sayori are? It's been like 10 minutes and I am getting a little impatient. Ah, shit. What is that face for? I look Natsuki in her eyes, still unable to speak. If you keep looking at me like that, you're gonna make you start thinking something bad happened or something. Well, something did happen. So cut it out, dummy. Maggie, you certainly don't look happy at all. I need to tell you two girls something. Please sit down. Both of the girls sit down and look at me, curious about my next words. I look both of them in the eyes and begin to explain what happened last night. Oh boy. And more music. They both are completely silent. Oh, fuck. Please tell me you're joking. If it is, it isn't funny. No. I'm sorry, girls, but I'm not joking. I lower my head and allow them to feel their emotions. So, Sayori is... This is horrible. Poor Sayori. At least Monika's safe, right? Yes. I made sure that she was sent to the hospital for care. How did it even happen? I don't know. I haven't gone to see Monika in the hospital yet. Do the police know? Law enforcement has already been notified. It is my understanding that a local group in the area has been abducting young girls and is pretty active to the city now. That means that we aren't safe, right? No. But until Monika's back in action, I will be taking over the club. And it's evident we are too emotional to really continue. So I'm going to be personally escorting you both home today. Are you sure? Yes. I will see to it that you both get home safely today. But with that said, until Monika is back from the hospital, you two are going to be going home as soon as school ends. That way you're with crowds as you leave. And that mitigates any possibility for you two to be abducted. If that is what you think is best. Okay. Good. Pack your things, we're leaving in 5 minutes. Both girls quietly and quickly comply. I lean back onto my seat and vigorously rub my forehead. I allow myself to tunnel into some deep thought for a moment. But it doesn't last long, as a chair is pushed next to mine. 2, actually. Natsuki is the first to speak. Her pearly eyes meet into my soulless black eyes. I'm really sorry for what happened. Sayori was a special girl and she cared a lot about you. Funny you say that. We had just become boyfriend and girlfriend too. Oh? Yuri reaches her hand out to place onto my shoulder. Natsuki looks extremely hesitant to move. Yuri gives her a nod of approval and she leans forward and hugs me. Yuri follows. I never expected these two to console me. I should be the one to comfort them. Shit. But the tables have been turned on me. After a moment of silence, I stand up, breaking our group hug. Are you two ready? Both Natsuki and Yuri nod. I grab my bag and walk out into the hallway. First, we drop off Natsuki since her father is strict about her curfew. Then I drop off Yuri. Returning home silently, I feel my phone buzz. Please stay safe. Then a secondary notification. Thank you, and please show up to school tomorrow. I don't think Yuri and I could handle losing another friend. Closing my phone without responding to either, I continue walking. Before long, my work phone chimes to life. I reach into my pocket, pull it out, and answer it promptly. Yo. Hey, how are you holding up? That isn't important. You called me, what is it? Julia hesitates to answer for a moment. I have the file for you. Good, I'll take the nearest train and head to you. That won't be necessary. I'm at your house. Already? I assumed you would be home immediately, so I called. I was escorting Yuri and Natsuki home. I see. Just don't take too long, okay? We don't have all the time in the world anymore. I understand. As I approach my house, I notice a completely different car than Julia's normal flashy sports model. This one is more sleek and professional. She is leaning against it, watching me as I approach. She opens the back door and ushers me inside. She walks around to the other side of the back seat and gets in as well. In the middle of the seat is a single manila envelope that separates us. I grab it and begin to examine the contents. A large packet of printed paper displays countless documents and articles regarding a specific group in the area. Jesus Christ, this is all about them? Yeah. A lot of it isn't really useful for this instance, though. Just a lot of tax fraud, petty larceny, and some online fraud. Nothing too major, I see. But yet the central branch kept records on them. We were requested to. I see. Alright, I'll examine everything tonight. Without saying another word, I silently exit Julia's car and return home. Out of the corner of my eye, I see her wave sadly to me, which I don't attempt to reply to. Sitting back on my bed, I place the envelope to my side and begin to study its contents. Julia wasn't kidding. There isn't much that I can actually use. Just the usual records and reports. But there isn't harm right now in trying to scavenge something useful. Understanding the long night ahead of me, I relax and begin. Oh boy. I could bet Kagan's in this event, in this group. I could bet on that. My alarm wakes me up. Promptly sitting up, I quickly prepare as I planned last night. I hide the envelope between my mattress and bed frame. Looking out the window, I make sure the street is clear and empty. I know Natsuki and Yuri wanted me to come to school today, but they will understand why I'm not. One of us is in the hospital and is probably rather shaken. So that is the priority. Alright then. So we're seeing Monica. I arrive at the hospital, in which Monica is admitted and speak to the receptionist. She is hesitant at first about telling me where Monica is roomed. But after providing Julia's information and informing her that I am a close friend of Monica, she gives me her room number. Walking down a small hallway, I reach an elevator and enter it. Reaching a very bright, clean, and vibrant hallway, I make my way to Monica's hospital room. I take a moment while I silently advance down the hallway to look around and understand the reality of the situation. Monica, my friend, my club president, is in the hospital. Sayori is missing and the other girls are panicked for their safety. I have to make this right. I reach Monica's room and gently open the wooden door. Shit's gotten so serious in this mod all of a sudden. Stepping into the room, Monica is lying back at her bed. She turns her head to face me and smiles weakly. Hey, Monica. Not your usual greeting, huh? Monica speaks sadly. She's still dressed in her normal clothing. They probably aren't admitting her for long if they haven't bothered putting her into a gown yet. Oh, yeah, I guess. I normally say yo. How are you feeling? That is a question I should be asking you. I'm worried about you. Sayori told me about how we just started dating, right? Yeah. I take a nearby chair and sit down next to Monica's bed. I'm sorry for not saving her. Oh, jeez. I don't think you really had control over the situation, Monica. I'm sure you did what you could. I really did. Monica's face sullens even further, and tears fall down her cheeks. I told Natsuki and Yuri about what happened. They were really worried about you and Sayori. I hope they are okay too. I took over the club until you can't come back. With that, I suspended the club until you return fully. I can't risk the other two girls being taken while walking that late anyway. That is a great idea, Mikey. Thank you for watching over our friends. Don't mention it. Listen, I know this is going to be hard, but I need you to tell me as much as you can remember about what happened. I need specifics, voices, names, if you heard any, car type, and color times. Alright. I need as much as you can give me. Yeah, I can do that. You aren't going to question why I need it. I'm taken aback by Monica's trusting comply. No? Your Aunt Julia told me a lot about you. And she told me you would just want to help, and that if I had any questions, it would be the best to ask you. So Julia used the aunt title, huh? She gave it to herself shortly after I became attached to Ashley. I want you to understand that I'm going to try my best to find Sayori. You're going to look for her? What else can I do? Sayori needs my help, and I can't really stand around and wait for others to do it. As someone who cares about her and all of you, I'm going to do whatever I can to help. I understand. Now I want you to tell me exactly what happened. Monica and Sayori went to a nearby shop and they both loved for bows. Sayori apparently couldn't stop giggling about how she wanted to show off a pretty red new bow to her boyfriend. Monica apparently felt some excitement for it as well. They spent a little longer than expected at the shop. But when they started walking home, a black car with several men stopped in front of them. Oh, jeez, it was freaking men jumping girls? Bro, that ain't right. They pulled Sayori into the car, and one of them swung a baseball bat into Monica's skull. This got serious real fast. Jesus. Causing her to become disoriented and helpless. She regained consciousness a few minutes later after the car sped off. She tried with all of her strength to call for help. That is when I picked up. That's pretty much it. I see. Rubbing my chin, I begin to piece the information Monica provided to what I read last night. And you're sure you can't remember what the men were wearing? One of them had a white shirt on. That's all I could remember before being hit. Interesting. Why would they take Sayori, not you? You said Sayori put up quite a fight as they took her away. You, on the other hand, and no offense, were completely useless while incapacitated. Yeah, I keep thinking about that too. Why was Sayori taken and not me? Thank you, Monica. Listen, I'll come to check in on you later today, okay? I need to run back home and grab something. Then I need to make sure Yuri and Natsuki get home safely after school. I'll be back by the end of the night. You're doing so much for us. Thank you, Mikey. Don't thank me. Waving Monica a gesture of farewell, I exit her room and then the hospital.